Hey, what's up guys? My name is S and welcome back to another episode of Dirty Bomb. So last week I played a whole week with Redeye. I went undercover as I Spy with my one eye. Now unfortunately I needed to change that name because I started playing other games and people were really freaked out by that name. But anyways, today we're going to take a look at all of the stats I gathered during this week. So first of all I want to mention, yes, this video is a day late. That's because I was really busy with college, unfortunately. But that gave me one extra day to play a little bit more with Redeye because I didn't really manage to get that many hours with Redeye this week, unfortunately. But anyways, the stats are still pretty good. So the first thing I noticed playing Redeye is that, holy shit, you get a fuck ton of XP. When you think of XP mercs, you don't really think of Redeye, but holy shit, you get a ton of XP, a ton of support XP especially. I think this is mostly due to the latest patch or the balance update during the Mofo update. I think you got before only 50 XP for a like spot assist, and now you get 100, which is just insane. And if you have a decent team and you spot everybody, you can rank up some serious support XP. And the second thing is, just like with Phantom, I got a very solid KDR overall. Most of the games I went definitely a 2 KD or higher. I had some amazing games. I even had a 60 plus kill stopwatch game, which for most people maybe isn't that impressive, but for me it definitely was. I don't really get that many high kill games, but it was definitely a fun game and fairly balanced as well. And that doesn't happen that often in Dirty Bomb. So those are kind of the positive things I noticed about Redeye, but the thing I really think is negative and really put me off is that when you're using your infrared goggles, the contrast between like the walls and the corners and all of that kind of stuff, it is really low and it's really hard to see if you're bumping into a wall or not. And that really put me off because sometimes I just got stuck during the infrared goggle thing. Just really annoying, you get killed. Turns out you were just walking into a wall or a corner or something. That's just something that's really annoying. I decided to lower my gamma to, I think, 2, where it was at 2.2 before. Didn't really change anything and changed it back because it looked a little bit too dark in my opinion. So yeah, that's the thing you really need to watch out for. I think if you play a lot you can maybe get used to it a little bit, or you just, I don't know, maybe my eyes are shit. I like to think my eyes are pretty good, but anyways, that was something I noticed was really annoying. And the second thing is that if you are using the infrared goggles, you can't see the enemy health, so you don't know if your enemy is close to dying or not. That kind of really sucks because I think that's something that really sets aside Dirty Bomb, because you have that health meter and it does really involve a lot of skill to see if your enemy is close to dying and if you should go for that final shot and kill the enemy or just ditch the fuck out, regain some health and try again. So those are kind of the downsides. Other than that, I have to say it was a lot of fun. I think Redeye is pretty strong. He has a really decent health pool. His run speed is quite fast. He has some really powerful weapons if you are accurate, which I unfortunately am not really. My overall accuracy is only 25%, which is actually quite low. Now I did try to get some decent iron cards by crafting them. Unfortunately that didn't really work out. RNGs wasn't on my side. I got, I think in the first 9 craftings that I did, I got 4 unique cards. That's it. So really bad, and those I think were 2 PDPs, 1 Dries and a Grandeur SR. That's why I only have, I think, like 10 or so kills with the Grandeur SR. But that's definitely gonna will use a lot when I'm going to do Amy for a week. So in total I've done maybe 15 or so craftings. Not really worth it. I did all do iron craftings just because I didn't really want to waste any money and crafting fragments on those shit cards. I just wanted to get a different gun really, and I know the starting gun is also a Grandeur SR, but no augments is just, it's not really fun to play. So my opinion of Redeye has totally changed. As before I thought he was really kind of useless, but I can definitely see its use even in competitive actually, because he is basically like an assault merc, really like Kira, but without like the ammo station, which of course kind of sucks, but the infrared goggles are definitely really good and they can gain you a lot of XP. The smoke tail, don't really think it's that useful. I did throw it a couple times and it did save my life a couple times, but other than that it's not really that useful in my opinion. You can throw it at a like objective and just go sneaky peeky in and plant it or defuse it or whatever you need to do, but other than that I don't really think the smoke is that great. It would be great if the smoke like actually like put out the enemy fire fire like a Molotov grenade. That would be really cool. Anyways, on to the overall stats. So you can see that I only played 7 hours, and in those 7 hours I gained 350,000 XP, which is almost an entire level, and that is quite fast for just 7 hours. And even my overall XP went up by almost 4 XP a minute, which is really quite impressive because of the fact I have played so much Dirty Bomb. Now I didn't really get that many kills, only 700-ish. This is actually way less than I got last week with Phantom, though I did play a little bit less with Redeye than I did with Phantom. I did get 3 revives, so I did actually revive some people, but not that much. So you can see before this week I had only 3.5 hours with Redeye, which honestly, that was just way back when they released him. I played him a little bit, didn't like him, but now I have 8.5 hours, which is still quite low, but I did manage to get roughly, like I said, 600 kills. My overall kill per minute went up by 0.6, which is quite impressive, and the XP a minute doubled. So it went up from 375 to 760, which is my 4th highest XP a minute Merc, just slightly behind Aura and above Sparks actually. So yeah, you can get a lot of XP with Redeye. So on screen I will also show the badges I earned. Nothing really too special. Something I caught my eye is that I got apparently 3 godlikes. Don't really know how. Like I said last time, I don't really care about the kill streaks, but you can see all of the badges. If you want to see them in depth, just pause the video. Now then, for the PDP-70, that's definitely the gun that I use the most, just because I got that sick cobalt just before this week started. Got 350-ish kills, not really that impressive. The overall accuracy went up by 7%, which is actually pretty decent. But the thing that stands out most is that the PDP-70 for some reason is my highest kill per minute weapon with 2.6 kills per minute, which is a lot higher than most of my other weapons. Like I said, I didn't really get any Grander SR cards, so unfortunately I didn't really use that. I only got like a handful of kills, so not really that impressive. None of the stats really changed that much. Dry's AR, definitely a gun that I really think is extremely powerful if you can land those headshots. I got roughly 200 kills in this week. You can see the stats on the screen, nothing really too impressive, didn't use it too much. I found if you start shooting at their like body, just a center of mass, and then work your way up to the head, can finish them off. Otherwise, if you start at the head, you get like the aim punch in Dirty Bomb is quite severe. So if you get aim punched, you're just shooting over the head and just not hitting anything. So I found out if you start up from like the upper body, like the tit area, and then work your way to the head, that's definitely the best. And because I used my cobalt card for probably 70% of the time, I got actually quite a lot of kills with the golden, which is a really powerful hand pistol, and I got 50 kills with that, so almost 20% of the total amount of kills I got with that gun. Definitely a really good secondary, and I actually like it a little bit more than the DE50 now, despite the DE50 still feeling more powerful. Actually, I think it is. Now those were the stats, and then have one more thing is that I noticed whenever I was in the infrared goggle mode using the ability that I wasn't really hitting all of the targets that well. I wasn't really able to see the crosshair where I was shooting at, so that's just, I don't know. So that's probably just a practice thing. I need to use it even more. But anyways, overall it was a fun week. I won't do it again. I'm really happy that I actually can use all of the mercs now, because I won't do another one this week and probably not this year, just because of the upcoming event, and I just want to play all mercs and just farm them credits to get those cases and trinkets or whatever we need to do for that. And for that I just want to be able to use all of the mercs, enjoy all of the mercs. Now one more thing I want to say is that a lot of the times I would use the infrared goggle ability just to kind of quickly tag all of the enemies just before the spawns. For instance, on Underground, if you are like the second area defending the elevator area, if you know that the enemy is just going to spawn and you just pop that infrared goggle, you can tag the entire team, get a fuck ton of XP, and the entire team is tagged, so your team can actually kill them fairly easily because you know exactly where they are. So that's a really good tactic. I did that a lot because, like I said, I wasn't really too fond of the actual infrared vision thing. So like I said, I probably won't do another one of these this year. Definitely will do them again just because I have a lot of fun, and I feel like I do improve quite a lot with those mercs, especially because I can only use them that week. So I'm just forced to basically play that merc in whatever situation I come across. That being defending, attacking, or even game modes, like especially execution. Some mercs are just really not too valuable to play, but this does force me to play every single character and just basically in every single imaginable situation. So something totally off topic is when the Christmas event will hit. I have now 300,000 credits. I definitely will spend every single gold credit to the last penny on whatever we can buy. Cases, trinkets, all that shit. Do you guys want to see a massive case opening with all quick spins or quick opening? Or do you want to see me just opening every single case, spinning it, and then kind of taking all of the highlights? Definitely do leave a vote in the poll, which will be on the top right now on screen. But anyways, this was the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, be sure to smack the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.
One team member left.